All right, what's up, everybody on CCV? So today I'm in the 2011 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. This one has 101,000 miles on it. It is very clean. It's got some nice upgrades on it. And right now we're kind of cruising around a little bit. We just got done filming a video for the SMC channel. And I said, let's go ahead and let's do one for CCV while we're at it. Because everybody on Charleston Car Videos should get a chance to check out this Jeep because it's really that sweet. So anyways, what can I tell you about it, right? Well, the price on this one, if you're looking to buy one right now, this one right here is priced out. It's probably one of the best priced Jeep I got on the lot, $23,900. It's super clean. And why I say it's probably one of the best priced one we have 3 other Wranglers right now, but one of them is less money than this one right here, but it is not as good looking as this one. And this one's just got a look about it that says, man, this thing is tough. And I just like it, I really do. So anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and see if we can find our little spot right here to pull this big old Jeep up and get some cool shots of it for you and tell you a little bit more about it right now in October 2021. Y'all ready? All right, here we go. All right, everybody, so there it is. Again, 2011 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. And I'll kind of walk around a little bit, show you some of the upgrades on it. You already know the mileage, it's 101,000. You already know the price, $23,900. And we'll just kind of go from there. All right, let's get started. So, this one on the front, well, of course, you definitely can tell it's got some size to it. It's got a lift kit on it by Rough Country. And I'd say, and I don't know exactly, but I'm gonna guess this is probably about a 4.5 inch lift. It has aftermarket fenders on it. Has Nitto Terra Grappler tires, 35s. I'm not exactly sure on the wheel brand, but they do look really good. A few other things up under the Jeep right there. There's a skid plate right there. It's got all the extras on the suspension down there, so you don't have to deal with any kind of death wobble or anything like that. So that's kind of nice. Moving right along, you know, a lot of people put the LED headlights on it. This one is more of an OEM style, but they are aftermarket. They're by KC, and they look really nice. Just a nice, clean headlight. They also added in these, which I like to see on them. I think it just gives it a little more color on the front grille. And you can also buy like the American flag that goes back there and all that. You do have some LED lights down in the bumper there. That is a stock factory front bumper with the blue ring, which looks pretty good. The engine in this one runs really strong. It is a 3.8. There is no aftermarket features on it that I know of. It doesn't have an intake or anything like that. It does have an exhaust. I think it's a Flowmaster back there. It's not overly loud, but it sounds good when you get up on it a little bit. There's your suspension, and you got plenty of rocks in the tires. You got tons of tread, so I don't think anybody buying this Jeep will need to add any new tires on anytime soon, unless you have a preference for some different type tires. But there you go. How do we know it's Rough Country? Well, Rough Country's all about that silver. So there you go. You got those. You got rock crawler. You know, this right here. Underneath, there's no rust. You know, there's just the basic corrosion under there, but no heavy rust at all. And this is the factory side step. I know some people usually just take those off and add on like a nice clean rock slider, but it does got some lift on it, so it's nice to have that there to step up and get in. I also like that it's got the tinted windows, the factory hardtop's in great shape. You know, sometimes you'll see Jeeps and they won't have these back in them. That's an indication sometimes that the doors came off kind of often. But again, if you're gonna go trade your Jeep in at the Jeep store or wherever you're trading it in at for another car, most cases you might wanna add those back in. But you know, if you take your doors off, this is pretty simple to take out and it's really easy to take the door off, but you don't have to put those back in, you know, to keep the doors on. You know, they just go down in there and they stay in there. Also, it's nice to see that this right here isn't dented. This is good. Because how does that dent happen right there? Well, a lot of us know. This door, you forget to put the the thing right there, you forget to latch it down here, and then you open your door and it swings out, and this right here goes boom, and it dents it right there. So that's how that happens. But the hood's in good shape, paint looks good. These haven't been dry rotted out, so that's a plus. Front windshield has been replaced. That is not the stock window. How do you know? It doesn't have the little Jeep right here or the Jeep logo up there. So you do got a brand new windshield in it. It doesn't take much to get a little rock flying up and, you know, cracking your window. And another reason why I like these, they're not cheap. They're metal, much better than that plastic stuff. Now, as far as the rear is concerned, this one's got the delete, so it does not have the fifth wheel to match all other four. I know to some of y'all might say, ah, man, it doesn't have the fifth wheel. Well, you definitely can go out and buy yourself one or get a factory OEM, you know, 17-inch wheel like the rest of the 17s on here and put a Nitto Terra Grappler on there, spray it black. You might be able to get away with that for a little bit, but you could go out and probably buy another set of rim, another rim and tire for the back, add a swing arm on it, you're good to go. It's got the stock OEM tow package. And then all this back here is in great shape. This all works really well, as you can see. You got a WeatherTech mat. It's very clean. This one does not have the subwoofer because it's not a Sahara or a Rubicon. And that sub, believe it or not, folks, does not really put out that much bass. I mean, it's cool to see a sub sitting right there, and you can always swap it out for a different brand sub. But again, they make tons of stuff for Jeeps. You can add in your own custom box. You can have a box set up right here with a big hard mesh thing on it and have a 10-inch sub right there that'll do a lot more than that factory sub will. So think about that in the long run if you're out there shopping. It does got the stock back bumpers. And another thing I want to point out to you real quickly here, a lot of bumpers are going to have that dent right here or one in the front. This doesn't have any dents like that on any of them. So that's another, to me, another advantage on this one versus other ones. And I kind of like how the delete's here and where the tag can go right there versus the tag right here. Just my opinion. But if I had this Jeep, most likely at some point I'd add me a swing arm on and have the tag still on the back of the fifth wheel. All right, moving along, right? Everything's looking really nice on this Jeep for $23,900. Interior's super clean. It smells good. I mean, of course we detail them, but it's got the original carpet. I mean, this to me is such a nice vehicle. It does have just a roll-up windows. This is, I don't know if you want to call this one an X model because it doesn't have the X right there, but it doesn't have power windows, and it does not have, I don't think it's power door locks either. So, well, actually, I take that back. I think it might have power door locks, just not power windows. But the power windows really don't bother me so much. You know, if my family's riding in here, the kids can roll the window down themselves. My wife could do the same. So power windows is not that big of a deal. Power door locks definitely is nice to have. If it was power windows, it'd have the power window part right there in the middle. But what I like about this one is the mileage is 101, pretty good for a 2011. It's very clean, it looks good, it's been well taken care of. You can really look at it and tell. And I don't have to necessarily, I can buy it, finance it, however, and I don't have to go to a four-wheel parts place or any kind of place and go and spend, you know, $3-4 grand and get rims and tires and a lift kit. I got one that's already got it all on it, and that's good for me. Engine's clean, as you can see. I know some of y'all say, well, I'd rather have the 3.6. That's fine and dandy. But if you're out there shopping for a Jeep right now and you're just wanting one, you know, weigh your options. Do your research online and decide, you know, do you want a 3.6 and spend a little more money to get a little more extra horsepower? Or would you rather buy a nice intake system for this one and maybe a you know, some type of, you know, computer chip thing or, you know, whatever little upgrades you can do to this to add in some extra power, you know, that may be what you want to do. You know, you can always bump up the horsepower some with this one and bump it right back up to what the 3.6 has. But, you know, there's lots of things to think about. There's lots of Jeeps to look at. So I'm just showing you one that I have right now. We have 3 more at the store, but this one, hands down my favorite right now, just because of the look. I love the look of it. It really, to me, has that modern day Jeep Wrangler Unlimited look about it. It's pretty sweet. All right, everybody, I know we're not off-roading right now or anything like that, right? You know, that's like the fun stuff. But I tell you, it does feel pretty cool cruising around in a good-looking Jeep. Nothing wrong with that, right? I mean, think about it, really. I mean, Charleston here. Charleston is such a flat city. I mean, what really fun you gonna have with a Jeep? I'll tell you only about the fun you're gonna have in the Jeep Wrangler right here in Charleston is going to the beach, going over friends' houses, driving it on the road, looking good in your Jeep with the top down, doors off if you want, or just doing it like I'm doing it right now, right? That's fun. And then seeing all the other Jeepers on the roads here in Charleston, waving at them, doing a little Jeep wave, you gotta do that. And then where you're really gonna find yourself having so much fun with your Jeep Wrangler once you buy it is hooking up with some of the local community and the people that own Jeep Wranglers. It's, you know, there's a community there of folks that just love driving them, love hooking them up, and love having fun. So if you do get a Jeep Wrangler and you live in Charleston, go on Facebook and join Low Country Wranglers Club. You know, that's where a lot of the excitement comes, is owning it, meeting with people, going on cruises. You know, this time of year in fall, people are having a blast meeting up on the weekends and going out for a cruise all over the Charleston area. That's fun. And then if you're ready to really, you know, dive into the Jeep world a little bit, when you're with the club up there, they're going to post things online on the group there. You know, hey, this weekend we're doing this, we're doing that. We're going to Gulch's up in Greenville, Lawrence, South Carolina, Uwharrie Forest up in North Carolina, River Rock. You know, there's so many different things, going camping. That's the fun that you get to have with your Jeep, the community, the people, and being able to take your Jeep Wrangler and kind of turning it into something that's yours. So I hope you come by and see me, get a Jeep Wrangler from me. I really do. And if not, and you're out there shopping, have fun, shop, test drive, get behind the wheel, and really see, you know, if that Jeep's going to be the one for you. Other than that, I don't know what other advice to give you. There's so much advice online when it comes to buying and shopping for Jeep Wranglers. It's insane. But just get out there and make the right decisions, and don't get into a car wreck, right? Man, people drive crazy here in Charleston. That's what we always hear. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day. And as always, please smash that like button for me. Wake the like button up a little bit, man. It needs somebody to hit it. And subscribe. That's definitely important as well. And come on by and see me if you're ever in the Charleston area. I'd love to meet you and see what your thoughts are on buying a car. See you soon.